The Creating Christ book is really very fascinating. There's so many fascinating things about this.
Very early on, we began looking for archaeological evidence. For years, my co-author had been looking for this physical evidence and happened across the specific image that was used thousands of times by the Emperor Titus on his own coinage.
This image was never used before by a Roman emperor, and early Christians began using different versions of it in the same era.
That's so strange. Now, if the Romans were hated enemies, why would Christians appropriate this? That was a very surprising thing, almost a smoking gun, so I have to take that seriously.
And the kings that came in the wake of Alexander the Great, such as the Ptolemies in Egypt, were attempting an integration both of local culture, the Egyptian culture, with Greek culture.
Ptolemy commissioned the creation of this god. They took the face and the hair and the overall impression of Serapis under Asclepius and then turned him into Jesus Christ.
That's not so strange, because in all the Middle Eastern empires for hundreds of years had gone farther than that. It's not fantastic in the least.
But all this religious innovation on the part of the Romans did not sit well with the monotheistic Jewish people.
So they said that we should have no ruler but God, and so we're going to throw off the yoke of Rome.
People think, oh, the scrolls are just an early version of Christianity. No, they're not, because they're not peaceful. It's always been a revolutionary movement, the real revolutionary movement in Palestine.
And this was a source of conflict. What's interesting in the New Testament, therefore, is that all of these barriers seem to be eliminated in the teachings of Jesus and Paul.
Christianity didn't exist. I don't think they had the word Christ. Paul starts to use these words in his letters. Paul creates this language. Paul is from the Herodian family, the enemies of the Jewish people.
And during the last 2 years of Nero's reign, Vespasian successfully prosecuted the war in Galilee and wider Judea. And so when he became emperor, he left his son Titus in charge of the final sack of Jerusalem, which would fulfill Jesus' prophecy, as he returned to Rome to take up world rule and to proclaim himself a new Prince of Peace.
Everybody's jockeying for position. By the end of the 2nd century, you got the Romans are in charge. It's the Roman Catholic Church now. You know, it becomes the Holy Roman Empire. It's no longer the Roman Empire. Eventually becomes the Holy Roman Empire.
And now set adrift from that Flavian origin, Christianity was free to form different sects and spread out into a rather unorganized variation of Christian themes.
And this has become all the clearer in light of the 1945 discovery of the Nag Hammadi Gnostic manuscripts. This revealed an amazing array of types of Christianity.
And by the time we get to Constantine, when it becomes the official religion of the Roman Empire, a single Orthodox version of it has to be laid down. And that was the principal function of the Council of Nicaea in the early 4th century.
And so then it becomes the official religion of the Roman Empire under Constantine. And once that happens, you're going to get a huge amount of people coming in. And that's what happened.
One can really only understand the theory of Roman providence by assembling all the pieces of the mosaic. And only when you put each piece in its appropriate place can you pan back and then accurately see the entire picture.